Afternoon. This is the video newsletter for buysellshort.com for Sunday, January 25th. 15-minute chart here. As you can see, over the last week, we've been consolidating in this pretty tight range of 7,900 to 8,300. We are just below the 200-day moving average in this time frame, and as you can see, like I mentioned in the chat room the last couple of days, we've got a golden cross on the horizon. The golden cross is typically a bullish technical, and it happens when you see the 50-day moving average move up through the 200-day moving average. And over the last few months, every time we've seen this on the Dow 15-minute chart, we've seen about a 300 plus pop in the Dow. So odds are we're going to see that happen around 8,100, if not Monday, by Tuesday. Tuesday we have the Fed meeting. We've also got Obama starting to pump his stimulus package. We should hear more of that tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow morning we see some or get some details from Obama on his bank ideas. And the financials were very, very strong on Friday. Financials, chip stocks, and oil were strong on Friday, and those are the three ingredients for a bull move, or at least a near-term rally. Again, every time we've been in this bullish falling wedge, we've seen a snapback up to the 9K area. Right now, we're just looking for 8,500-ish. If we flip over to the daily chart, not as bullish here, but these last couple of red candles on the daily chart on the Dow should have been much worse than they were, and it's got to be frustrating the shorts a lot. We've had nothing but negative news on all fronts: earnings, economy, banks in Europe, etc., etc., and yet the market is still able to come back on this. We've got a lot of economic data this week. We've got, the housing data on Monday. CNBC will be bashing that as much as they can, like they always do. No surprise, housing sucks. We've got the Fed meeting this week. Hopefully some more details on what they're planning to do. They can't cut rates anymore. They're at zero, so they've likely got more plans coming. We've got GDP on Friday. It's going to show the worst GDP drop in decades. This is nothing new to anyone. Hopefully it's priced into the market. SMH, as you can see, big move up on the SMH on Friday. We got right back up to our main moving averages: 50-day, 20-day, and 8-day. So would like to see this one continue to follow through on Monday. As yet again, like I was saying on the Dow, and especially here on the SMH, over the last couple of weeks, you can see heavy volume on the up days, lower volume on the steep tank days. Typically bullish. RSI is breaking up over 50. We've got a positive ADX cross. Stochastics are breaking, are oversold and in the 20 level and starting to move up. And like I said before, the key to watch will be this on balance level here. We've been trading in this tight range over the last 3 or 4 months. If we see unbalanced volume start to move up here, that is our signal that we're in a nice medium-term bull move on the chip stocks. Yes, tech sucks right now, but the market looks way out. VIX been consolidating in a pretty tight range over the last few days. We should see a sharp drop on this one. We're going to need a sharp drop on this one if we're going to see our move to 9K. One thing to mention here, here's a chart of the HUI, that's the gold bug index. Inverse head and shoulders formation on gold right now, so a lot of gold stocks starting to pop up on my scan, so I'll have to keep an eye on that. And not a surprise, because if we flip over to the dollar chart, we've got this head and shoulders formation on the dollar, and the dollar's been pumping up higher over the last couple of weeks just because things have been so bad in Europe. And we might be getting ready to see the dollar go on an extended move lower, especially as they start to hammer it with the stimulus package coming. And that is the reason why we look towards maybe some gold plays, and why I think oil is at least bottomed for the near term. Stock plays. Stem cell stocks have been fantastic for us. STEM hit 289 on Friday. That's almost a 300% move from when we first got into these back in early December in anticipation of this rally with Obama. Just a huge move up on this one. Fat gains on it. We'll look to scalp intraday, but right now ASTM has not run like STEM and GERN. Obama is set to reverse the Bush ban on stem cell research early this week, so we should see nice gaps on these Monday morning. A lot of shorts came into the stem cell stocks on Friday after GERN popped huge, but I think they are being a little early, and hopefully they get burned big time Monday because that'll benefit us big time. OPXA is our other stem cell play. We've got a 100% winner on this one already. Finally broke that resistance. There is zero resistance in OPXA until the 200-day moving average at 85 cents. So if the stems continue like I think they will this week, we could see a very nice return on our OPXA positions. ATHX is another stem cell play. High cash, trading well below its cash balance. They do stem cell research. A break over 88 cents could see this one put on a nice move near term. This channel projects to the 120 area. Would look to add on dips in the 70s with stops at the 20-day exponential. That is at 63 cents. You can see it's got a nice uptrend in its RSI. ADX just continues to build. Stochastics has been holding 50 even on the sell-offs, and just huge volume spikes on this one for its average volume over the last couple of months. So this one looks very nice for the near term. Nortel, NRTLQ, we're still waiting on this one for its bankruptcy bounce pop. Market goes, this one will go. Pretty simple. INVC, we've played this one before, but CEO bought 500,000 shares of this stock at 12 cents on Thursday. So would look to add this one 10, 11, 12 cents. Target 18 cents plus on it. Has pretty good support at its 50-day moving average, and insiders buying can't hurt. RFNMD, huge winner for us a couple of weeks ago. Forming a little flag here on its chart. We're keeping an eye on this one. Not exactly my favorite right now, but if the market goes on a tear, there's no reason why this one couldn't take off. So no entry yet. We're going to have it on our watch list for Monday and Tuesday and see how the market acts, and maybe a nibble around $1 with stops at Friday's low and a target of 120 plus on this one. GNBT, we've been pretty patient on this one. Continues to hold above our support, so we have no reason to bail on this one yet. 30 cents is our support on it. Some bird flu talk late Friday, Saturday, so maybe that'll get it going. But still think this one's got a spike in it over 40 cents. But, for now we hold with tiny positions, 30-cent stops, and see where we go from there. ELN, mention on this one, Pfizer is set to buy out Wyatt, possibly on Monday. And as we all know, owns 50%. Well, Wyatt owns 50% of Elon's Alzheimer drug, and this drug is a huge part of Wyatt's pipeline. So any Pfizer buyout should be viewed as positive for Elon, and we could see a nice spike on this stock on that news early this week. We also had an analyst come out and downgrade the stock on Thursday and give it a $4 target. Perfect is all I got to say about that. These moron analysts always downgrade Elon and give it ridiculous price targets right before it goes on an extended move. Like I said back in December, this stock typically runs every single year from December to March, April, and we're still got early, it's still early in the time frame here. No reason why we can't see this one move back to 9 near term. Nice indicators on it. Stochastics, ADX, it was able to hold its 50-day moving average, so definitely keep an eye on this one this week, and we might even scalp it if it starts to get some nice move. Just a couple of plays, no new real plays yet, except for the stem cell plays. Let's see how this week, we've got a lot more huge earnings week this week. We've got a lot of bad economic data coming, and earnings are going to suck for the most part. But if the market is still able to churn with all this bad news out there, that is a positive for the market. The action we saw over the last week was very positive in my opinion, given how bad the news is. And really, if you look at the daily chart, what's our downside right now? We're looking at 400 point downside to our double bottom, where a lot of support will come in if the sellers hit. that's a couple of hour sell off the way the market moves these days. So, I'd still favor the upside in the near term for traders. And that's it for the video. See you guys in the chat room tomorrow. Goodbye.